What's going on? What's going on? On the way to the gym, guys. Wanted to come on and give a little word here, give a little word of encouragement, give some, hit on a quick talking point. I think it's very helpful, especially the guys my age, a little bit younger, my generation. Man, I tell you, especially this is really for the men, the young men. I'm gonna tell you, man, like, and also anybody older, you know, and if you guys are struggling with this is something that we just gotta take to the head. We really gotta work and strive to overcome. See, you have no control over it. You have no control over it, so let it go. Let it go, gentlemen. Let it go. Right? One of the greatest downfalls of a man is worrying, complaining, and stressing about situations that he cannot control. Worrying and stressing about people he cannot control. Right? Man, once you realize you have no control over a situation, once you realize you have no control over what people do, how people think, what people say, how they feel about you, what they want to do to you, listen, you're gonna have a much more peaceful life, much more peaceful time on this earth, knowing that you're not out here trying to please everybody. You're not out here trying to, people please and be a yes man and worrying about the wrong things, worrying about stuff that you have zero influence over, man. You just don't got no influence over it. And listen, that is okay. You have to let it go. You have to realize that you are not in control of everything, right? Because see, God himself chose the Israelites to be his chosen people, right? We know this from the scriptures, and we understand that God, he could have used anybody, right? But in Matthew the 3rd chapter, John the Baptist told the scribes and Pharisees, listen, don't say you got Abraham to your father, because Abraham is the father of the 12 tribes, is one of the forefathers. He's one of the patriarchs, right? And he birthed Isaac and Jacob, and from that seed line came us, the 12 tribes of Israel, us black folks. So understand the scribes and Pharisees were all high and mighty, thinking they had Abraham to their fathers just because they came from that seed line. But John the Baptist, of course, paved the way for Christ to come. And he said, listen, don't think to yourselves to have Abraham to your father. Don't say that you got Abraham to your father, because why? The Most High, he can raise up stones. He can raise up stones to be his people, right? So, and I bring that out to say that, look, God can use anybody. He didn't have to choose us, because why? Israel, us as a race of people, man, we are rebellious, man. We don't want to hear nothing nobody got to say. We don't want to take nobody advice, especially if it's coming from our own people. Anything, even if it sounds right, it's just like, yo, we don't want to listen. We don't want to listen. We don't want to listen, man. We don't want to take no advice, and we constantly get ourselves in these situations that we can't control. We get mad, we get frustrated, we get upset. It doesn't make any sense. But you're not looking at what you're doing. You're not understanding the mindset that you have. You're not trying to come up out of that. You're not trying to be free. You're not trying to be free. And I don't understand that. I really don't understand that as a race of people, how we could be so rebellious. We gotta talk about all these other nations doing whatever they want to do to us. Listen, we worse than them. The scriptures tell you that. You didn't know that, did you? We're worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. We and God chose us as a race of people. We have the ability to be holy. We have the ability to free ourselves from a lot of the toxic mindsets that we develop. But we're constantly worried about what we cannot control, man. We're constantly worried about what we can't control. It's sad, man. It's sad. God didn't have to choose. God can use anybody. He said he would give himself another people, right? Just like he would have Israel, a remnant of Israel, and he would have other nations, right? So he don't need us. God doesn't need any of us. And us as men, if we're the image of the Most High, if we're the image of God, our duty is to not worry about other people and their rebellious nature. It's not to worry about what other people gonna do, how other people gonna think, what situations may arise. We don't have control of every aspect, man. We have to strive to just be at peace. We have to cultivate our own peace, or find it in Christ, and then just understand that, hey, look, certain things, man, I just gotta let go.